Okay, so this is basic intro to magnetism. We're going to look at right-hand rules and just kind of basic establish a basis for your understanding of magnetism. Now, we're not going to get into electromagnetic induction. We're going to go as far as to cover magnetic forces and kind of the right-hand rules. There's so many of them, and so we're just going to become familiar with them, basically, and we're going to clarify some stuff. So often in magnetic forces especially, you're going to often have to deal with three directions. It's not going to be up or down. No, there's not going to be only a y and x component, like in forces or in motion. There's going to be in a magnetism. It's going to be three directions, and that means there's a 3D plane. Now it's difficult to become familiar with the 3D plane, so we're just gonna give it a go explain it here. So there's gonna be left or right. There's gonna be three directions. There's gonna be left or right. There's gonna be up and down, and there's gonna be into the page and out of the page. So left or right are pretty self-explanatory. It's left or right. Up and down are again up or down, and into the page and out of the page are quite different. So let's explain. Let's say you're looking directly at your computer at a screen, and you're sitting upright. So your head is just looking at the screen in front of you, right? Your into the page direction is going to be, if you point your finger towards your screen, that's going to be your into the page direction. If you point it towards yourself, so towards your face, that's going to be out of page. It's coming out of your screen. Into the page is coming into the screen. So that's basically the way that this direction works. Set, it's going to be up or down. Left or right is going to be y. And into the page and out of the page is going to be x. Now, of course, we're just going to need signs for set and y. So if you're going up, that's going to be in the positive set direction. If you're going down, it's going to be in the negative z direction. If you're going left, it's going to be in the negative y direction. If you're going right, it's going to be in the positive y direction. Then you don't require a direction. You just kind of want to say into the page or out of the page, and that's good enough for explaining the direction that you wanna say. Now let's look at how these are represented on like how you would draw about these forces. So of course, up and down, you're just gonna do up and down arrows as always. Left or right, the same. Now it's gonna be different for into the page and out of the page. Into the page is actually gonna be represented in x's right here. So this is gonna be into the page. It's gonna be x. So if you see a bunch of x's, it's gonna be plus. So don't confuse it with positive. But it's gonna be x's. It's gonna be like very little x's, sort of like that, making that's gonna be into the page, and your circles are gonna be out of the page. It's gonna be out of the page. So these are the directions you need to know. Just become familiar with them. What's into the page, what's out of the page. You will really become familiar with this. It's going to often be referenced, and you're just going to need to know how to deal with it. So take a moment if you need, and we'll deal with right-hand rules next.